Welcome back to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui and energy questions. So if you have one, ask below, DM me on Instagram or Facebook and let me know what it is and I'll answer it on a future episode, or I'll answer it quickly in the comments. I'm like knocking over the things I'm going to show you today. Anyways, I am continuing on from part one. So part one in this series where I share with you the 5 elements and how you can use them in your home and what you can use for decor so that you can start shifting the energy in different parts of your life. So in part one, we covered the wood element and the water element. So if you haven't watched that one yet, be sure to watch that one after you watch this one. In this episode, we are gonna do the element of metal, the element of earth, and the element of fire, and we're going to talk about where they go in your home and what kind of decor you can use to shift the energy. And that's the beauty part about Feng Shui is I use tons of decor, not tons, because I don't have tons of decor because I like a decluttered space, but I use my decor as the elements in different parts of the main floor of my home to get the energy flowing. So when you walk in my home, you're not seeing a bunch of different colors, you're not seeing a bunch of random decor pieces to represent the elements, but you are feeling the impact of getting that energy flowing. And then myself and my family who live with me are, experiencing the impact of what happens when you have a flow of energy in your home, where it's calm instead of chaotic, where the energy supports our energy, where the energy supports what it is we want to do in our lives. And so I am moving and shifting things around based on what we need. So if we have a big dream, desire, goal of a trip we want to take, I am adding things to the abundance area. If I feel like my relationship needs a boost, I'm going to add things in that area. If there's something to do with purpose and work or the girls' school, I'm focusing on the purpose area. If communication is a little bit tricky, I'll go to the creativity area and add a little more metal in. So Feng Shui becomes this tool that you use for what it is you want more of in your life. So once you've Feng Shuied the main floor of your home, then it comes down to shifting some colors, moving some things around when you need the support, when you need the energetic support, or when things feel stalled, right? So it's this tool that once you learn it, you know it, and you can use it. So I teach it in the quickest, easiest way in the Feng Shui 1, 2, 3 guidebook. It is inexpensive, and it is the fastest way to learn how to Feng Shui the main floor of your home. So I'll put the link below so you can check it out. But on to what we're talking about today. So let's talk about, we covered wood and water. Let's talk about the earth element first. So the earth element is the main element. So there's main and building elements in each area. So I'll just share where the main element of earth is. So it's in the relationship area, the well-being area, and the wisdom area. And so the relationship area, when you're standing in your front door looking into your home, is the back third of your home on the right. The well-being area is in the middle of your home, and the wisdom area is in the front third on the left. So main element of earth, grounding, stable, peaceful, calm, beautiful element to use. We also use it in bedrooms in a certain way to get the energy flowing. So what is the earth element and what could you add in? Well, I went to my relationship area. Now, you want to have enough of the element. So I'm showing you like smaller decor things, but I have 2 or 3 different decor things if I have a smaller element in an area to make sure there's enough. And then how do you know if you have enough? Well, watch what's happening in your life. So you add Feng Shui cures, colors and elements, and then you see if the result is happening. And if some result is happening and things are shifting, you have enough. If you don't, you bump it up a little bit more. But I went to the relationship area in my home and I found these. These are gemstone coasters that the girls bought me, I think it was Mother's Day, one year, okay? Earth element, very obviously the earth element. So if you have gemstones, rocks, crystals, move them to these areas. And this is why I say shop your home, because you already have tons of these elements. Let's just move them around to really help the flow of energy in your home and your life. I like gemstones, so this was another one that I had in a different area. Besides gemstones, what is earth energy? Artwork of landscapes is a great earth energy cure. Anything like earthen decor, so pottery, heavy pots, bowls, that sort of thing is obviously earthen decor too. So you might say, I already have the earth element in these areas, or what any one of the elements. Well, then I would say, how is that part of your life going? And if it isn't going the way you want, you don't have enough of the element. Or if you have a new dream, desire, goal, we add something new into the area. New doesn't mean necessarily new to you. It can shift from a different part of your home. So even if you already have some earth energy, add a little more with a clear intention in mind of what you want. With regards to your relationships, with regards to your well-being, with regards to your wisdom, with regards to whatever part you're feng shuiing when you're adding an element in. You are thinking about it with a clear intention in mind. That mental energy aspect is a big part of the feng shui process. So just because you have something there already, you intuitively feng shuied, good for you. I have my feng shui all set, right? Like when we moved into this house, I put decor where I knew it needed to go, but then I'm adding in things whenever is needed or moving things around to shift the energy as needed, because I'm constantly managing the energy in our home. And you are the energy keeper in your home, so you can start doing that too. And it's worth the time, energy, and effort because it makes things flow even easier in our lives. It allows for everybody to have more energy, and it creates a beautiful energy in your space to come home to, right? Because it all begins at home. So let's take care of that energy. Okay, so earth element, gemstones, rocks, artwork of landscapes, mountains. I have in my wisdom area, and I should have pulled it out, a book of mountain landscapes. And so I put it there because it makes sense to be in that area because every photo is mountains, right? So use stuff like that. Be creative with your ideas. If you don't have anything, print a picture off on the internet. I have clients do this all the time. They're like, oh, I didn't have a sunrise, so I printed one off and I put it in my fire element area. And I'm like, perfect, great way to do it. Things don't need to be visible to vibrate with the energy. So you don't have to see it for it to be impacting the energy. So tuck the picture away into a piece of furniture in that area. Okay, so we did the earth element. Now I'm looking at what are we doing next. We're gonna do the element of fire. So the fire element only has one area where it's the main element. It's the building element in another area, but the main element in the self-discovery area is fire. So self-discovery, standing in your front door, looking into your house, back third of your home, in the middle. Candles, great fire element. So for me, the self-discovery area is a little tricky in my home because I have that whole kitchen, dining room, living room, open concept thing. And so I only have one cupboard there where I could put something, and then it's just doors and windows and the table. And so there isn't a lot of options for where I'm putting cures. So what I did in that cupboard in the kitchen that is in the self-discovery area is I stored every candle I own in there because that's all fire energy. So it's like store what you have in those areas. In the metal element, I'll share what I store in my laundry room because it's metal and it works, right? It doesn't make total sense, but I'm using taking advantage of the cupboard space to store something. So I store all my candles in that area. And then I had my dad build me this beautiful candle holder for my table. You'll actually see it. If you go to Instagram on Reels, you'll see it has a bunch of candles and I light it and share things usually with it quite a bit. So you want to add your fire element. So what else is fire element? Candles are the obvious one. Any sort of lights, right? Things that light up. Anything that is like animal related is actually fire energy. So leather, this is a great place to put like the dog dish and whatever and store all the animal things because that's representative of that. Artwork of sunsets, sunrises, right? Volcanoes, anything fiery. So you want to add the fire element into the self-discovery area. So shop your home, find the things, move it with an intention in mind of what you want to do with regards to personal growth. Self-discovery is also directly related to reputation too. So that's what you focus on in that area. And then we have the element of metal. So I have a couple little things. This is, so this was my grandmother's and I used to go to the farm and I played with it and I would weigh it out. I remember it just vividly. And so I got it when she passed away. So I placed this in the metal energy area in my home. And this was another little piece of hers. So I have multiple different metal things in that area. So metal energy is the main element in the creativity area and the assistance area. So where are they? Creativity area is in the middle third of your home on the right. Assistance area is in the front third of your home on the right as well from the front door. So you're adding metal energy into those areas. So, oh, this is also something I have in there. It's my laundry room. So the creativity and assistance area in my laundry room, and I have a bit of a missing piece, so I deal with some of it in my garage. But, so I chose metal laundry, containers because it made sense for that area. So I'm adding the element in. And the beauty part is in the assistance area, gray is also one of the colors. So it just really, really worked out, right? So once you know this, you can start choosing things based on it and it makes Feng Shui very easy. So you're adding metal energy into these areas. So metal decor, artwork of cityscapes, anything metal related. So my husband, he works on a rig, and so I have some artwork of rig stuff that we put in that area. And then in my laundry room, I have a bunch of cupboards, and so I have an well, I was gonna say old, but it is kind of old, like a silver metal like coffee urn that you would like use at a party we're probably never gonna hold, but it is from one of the people that passed away, and it's meaningful to us. And then I have silver platters as well. So I've stored them in my laundry room because that's metal energy and it goes in that area. So not typical something to have there, but a way to add the metal energy in, and I needed to store those things anyways because they're meaningful to us. So adding metal energy into those areas. Creativity is all about anything you need to be creative with. It's also a communication area, and assistance is any support you need in your life. So sit thinking about those things when you're adding the metal energy into these spots. So be creative. It's fascinating what you'll find in your home that are the 5 elements that you can use, not only to make it beautiful, not only because they're meaningful, but also to create this flow of energy that will support your energy and the energy in your life. So if you have any questions about the 5 elements and what you need to do, ask below. If you have any other Feng Shui question you'd like answered. And if it's time to start Feng Shuiing your home and you are ready, check out the Feng Shui in 123 guidebook. It will give you everything you need to quickly and easily Feng Shui your space to get the energy flowing in your home and in your life too.